This conference will now be recorded.
We are into the metal master, right? So what we complete in metal master customization, where exactly we are, so we need to see. Go to log enter. This is also useful for you. Okay. So into user ID and password. So last general we completed, and also metals management also we completed. So if I'm not wrong, today we'll step into the vendor master, right? Am I correct?
Yes,
Vendor
Raj.
master, yes. Yeah, yeah. So here, vendor master, you know, the respective transition code is XK01. So initially we discussed about vendor master. Okay. See, vendor master is going to maintain by two departments. So what are the two departments here? Purchase department as well as accounting department. Okay. Two departments will maintain the vendor master. So here, what are the tables we observed? The general, so vendor complete classified into three areas: general data, company code data, and the purchase data. The respective tables are LFA1, LFB1, and LFM1. And what we observed completely vendor master account group is the main control parameter. Okay. So we are grouping the based on the account group, we'll group the vendors. Okay. Now today I will show you what are the two areas. So for vendor master also, last is general one part we'll discuss about the vendor master customization. Another one is materials management. Okay. So now tell me navigation path, vendor master customization. So go to SPRO, IND. Okay. Now come to last is general. Last is general, we'll see business partner. Last in general, we'll see the business partner. And business partner, we need to go to the vendors. In business partner, we need to go to the vendors. If I go to the vendors, go to control. So means your both vendors and customers will call as a business partner. Okay. So go to control. Here define account grouping field selection. Okay. And first of all, if you come to backend system, front end system. So what is the transition code to create vendor master XK0? Simply I'm creating vendor master XK0. Here I need to enter my company code. Here I need to enter my purchasing organization. Here I need to enter account group. If I enter the company code, enter the purchasing organization, enter the. So with this, what happened here? So you must enter the account group here. So here the two departments are responsible: company code and purchasing. Here I need to enter the address of the vendor, right? So what is the address of the vendor here? Test to vendor. Okay. Test to vendor. I should not enter the same vendor address. Test to vendor, country, and all these details. Okay. Now you need to enter the cash management group, currency. You click on yes. We are creating a new vendor. What is my vendor code? 20067. Okay. So this vendor is created from where actually this number range is generating. You need to understand. Okay. So here in real time, this number ranges will be given by your client people. I required 5 digits or 6 digits or 10 digits. So which series I want to start? Where is going to control this number ranges? Okay. Now we need to focus here. Okay. Where here now if you come to backend system, define number ranges for the vendor master also. Define number ranges for the vendor master also. Number range is internal, external. Internal means somewhere I will define the number range objects. From there, the system is picking here. External means the user has to give externally. But most of the time, we'll internal only. Go to intervals. Okay. So here now, which number series generating here? What is the number range? Just now we got here 20067. 20067 means so this is the number 03. Against the number range object here, we are given from two number ranges. From there, the system is picking one by one. From there, the system is picking one by one. Okay. So here, instead of means where you assign this 03, you assign to your account group here. Go to number ranges. For your account group, you assign this 03. Now, this time I don't want 03. Example. Okay. Means if you want, you can able to create. Suppose now I want some 05 if I maintain. Your vendor number should be 4 series, right? If I maintain a 05, so here what is 05 here? So what is the number range is there? Again is the 05. Go to intervals. This is the number range object with 4 series is there. So this is the 4 series is there. Now this is the current number is going on. Okay. So 05 I will make it here. Now this time if I will create, so you can insert the interval, enter a number range object here. Against this number range object, the system will go you from to number range available number range. So these number range object you need to assign your against number ranges here. So against your account group, if you assign your vendor number ranges, now this time if I will create one more vendor, come to here, vendor code, total paste to vendor, paste to vendor here, all these details, the company code, and enter the cash management group, currency. Now what happened? Your vendor number is changed or not? Now this time system is other numbers. Okay. Means already we control the backend system here. We control the backend system vendor number ranges. How it is possible? So here whatever the number range object you defined here. So whatever the number range object you defined, so this 05 against from to number ranges. So this 05 number range object where you assign to 000. In front end system you are taking 000 account group. So the system will go and it will recall that particular number range against here. The system will pick from to number ranges. Okay. So this is what we need to understand. And apart from this, now whatever you assigned here, now please come to here. So this is actually define account group and field selection. If you are able to understand, no problem. Just it is not your class. Just sit ideally. Okay. How much is able to understand, you can understand. Or else you can leave it here. Simply, it will be advantage for you. So select your account group. So go to details button. Here you are given number in object 05, right? The automatically system is selected here. So means for so in initial classes what we discussed, based on the account group you can control your number assignments. You can control your number assignment just now we observe. Okay. Now what is the field selection? So the field selection means this is the field status. Okay. So whenever you are creating a vendor master, now if I come to here, your client has given the requirement. Okay, suppose this city they want make mandatory field. City they want make mandatory field. Now it is optional. How to control here? Now go to general data. If you double click on this general data, go to address tab here. Now here the city, where is city here? Yeah, the city is actually optional field is there. Now I'll make a required field. The city it will make is required field. Previously. So every field we have 4 options. Either suppress or required, optional, display. You know, suppress means user you are not able to see it. Required means compulsory user has to enter. Option means okay, if it is required user will enter. Display means it will come in gray mode. Now I'll make a city as a required enter. Okay. Now please come to here. Now this time if I am creating a vendor master, if we go back here, then create a vendor master. Go to executive on, then create a vendor master. City will become a mandatory. City will become mandatory field. Okay. So this is what actually we discuss here. Okay. So what we need to observe here. So your band details. Okay. Means here whatever means here whatever the details here. Okay. So the address details you need to enter. The address details previously it is optional here, but it will become mandatory. It will become so means every field you can able to control here. So the field status. Now observe how the number ranges is controlled here, how the number ranges is controlled, and how the field status is controlled. Okay, so and apart from this, actually schema group is a partner schema is different here. Okay, means in real time, if business requires, we can create a new account group. Simply select and you can click on copy as, and you can create new account group here. And in this account group, you can able to control it. Okay. It's simple, so you can create a new account group and control these parameters here. And next, let us see. So overall, so in Material Master, the material type is the main control parameter. Vendor Master is the account group is the main control parameter. So based on this account group, you can control your number assignments, your field selections, We observed. Okay, so now let us see. So generally, no company is not required. Mostly all the parameters will be controlled at account group level. But again, the SAP is given. If you want, you can control purchase organization level also. Okay, define screen level at purchase organization level. If I select this here, define screen level at purchase organization level. Okay, so here screen level at purchase organization level. So here, what is mean by purchase organization? First, you need to understand. Okay, so whenever, so previously we observed the screen will be like, just you recall the material master, you can control material master field selection, material type level you can control, industry sector level you can control, transaction level you can control. That we observed. Now coming to the vendor master, so now we observed based on account group you can control the field selection. But now based on the purchase organization also you need to control. But nobody is not required, 99.9%. So all the client will control it account group level only. But even though the SAP has given the provision, if you want to control it purchase organization level also, means if I am using one purchase organization, the field should become mandatory. If I am using another purchase organization, the field should be optional. So how to control the purchase organization level? The star means applicable for all. So you simply can click on, you can copy as. Okay. So all the parameters will be copied. Now you can create. Suppose now 1000 purchase organization. If I am taking 1000 purchase organization, you go to details button here. In 1000 purchase organization, go to purchasing data. Again purchasing data. So whenever the 1000 purchase organization are using, okay, terms of payment is requirement. 1000 purchase organization if I am using, terms of payment is required entry. Okay. So previously it is optional entry. Now we are making required entry, right? For 1000 purchase organization. Okay. Now come to here. Now backend system for 1000 purchase organization it will be required entry, right? Come to here. Enter. So means purchase organization level also you can control your field selection here. Test vendor here. Basic term measure. Account group here. Here. Terms of payment will become mandatory bill. Previously, we never see it. Why? Because this purchase organization level. No other purchase organization level. So now this purchase organization level it should become mandatory. Suppose user is procuring the material with other purchase organization. Sorry, user is creating with other purchase organization. Vendor master here. Now which purchase organization I need to use now this time? I am using other purchase organization. My company code is 2000. The purchase organization is 2000. Okay. The purchase organization is 2000. I am creating one more vendor. So means you can purchase organization level also you can control the field selection. Go to here, the account group, the cash management group. This is another company code, right? Company code to company code reconciliation account is different. Okay. Option field are so which means what you need to understand. You can control your field selection at purchase organization level also. So here star means applicable for all. So we observed account group level also you can control, purchase organization level also you can control. But actually it will be used for other people. So I don't want to make again go to 1000 purchase organization, go to purchasing data, again go to purchasing data. So this again I will make it as option entry because it is going to impact for other people. So you need to know. Right. So this is most important here. Now again, if you come to the system here, so purchase organization level also you can observe. Now account group and purchase organization level. Now what are the other fields here? Transaction dependent screen level also. But why we require here? So the same thing here. Once again, please observe. Transaction dependent means why you are creating accounting point of view also, you can control your field selection, but remains same here. Okay. So means purchase organization level, if you ask the interview, account group level, most of the parameters. Transaction level, purchase organization level, purchase organization level, but the transaction level nobody is not going to use. The SAP has given. So just you need to understand. So in how many levels you can control your vendor master field selection, account group level, purchase organization level. Next transaction level also you can control the field selection. So when you are purchasing, when you are creating centrally. So particular. So when I'm going to change mode or display mode, so but remain same. The fields will be remain same. A particular field you can make it as required or optional. You can make it. Okay. So this is one thing you need to understand. But nobody is not going to control. So transaction level here. So these fields we observe. Number ranges just now we observed. Okay. What are the number ranges? Just now we observed. So how to define the number ranges? In real time, it completely there is no. So here, when you go for the new implementation project, the client will give you number range objects from two number ranges. Okay, from which number range to which number range. So that number range object will be okay. From which number range to which number. So this from two number ranges we need to provide. So based on this number ranges, okay. So we need to okay. So here your client will give you like requirement. So this number range. So you just go to insert. Against your number range object, you need to maintain from two number ranges. So this number range object you need to give to your account group. And your last screen you can see external. If you select the external tick here means the user has to enter externally. If external is not selected, internally system will be here. Okay. So this is what we need to understand. Okay. So this number ranges we observe. Message control it is not required for vendor. Metal master is required, but vendor master message control is not required. Okay. So now this much of level is not required for message control here. Apart from this is also not required. So here we will see the some customization under the business partner. Means both customers will call as a business partner. Some other customization you can see okay, where you can see in materials management also you'll see some customization of the vendor master. In materials management also you can see some customization of the vendor master. Go to materials management, purchasing, purchasing. Go to the vendor master. Here also you can see the some customization of the vendor master here. So both the areas like metal master also we have two areas. Vendor master also we have two areas. One is logistic general. Second one is under the materials management purchasing. You also you will see some purchase vendor master related customization here. Only few. Previously already I showed you defined terms of payment. What is this terms of payment? Terms of payment is a cash discounts. While we are discussing the vendor master, already I showed you like what is this terms of payment? So it is a cash discounts. If suppose if I am procuring the material from the vendor, okay. So if my finance department will pay within 10 days, you will get this much of discount. So where you are going to maintain this payment terms in vendor master purchasing data. Once you will purchase the material, it will go to the PO. From the PO to so it will go to the information to the finance department. So whenever they are paying, you are getting the discounts here. So in real time, you will not find these are 63 entries will be there. In real time, just go to new entries. If you define the terms of payment, so whenever you are creating vendor master and purchase data, it will come here. So now if I mention, so now if I go to any vendor master, here we need to mention the terms of payment. If I mention any terms of payment here, so these are the different terms of payment is there. In vendor master, if I mention, so these payment terms or terms of payment will go to the PO whenever you are creating. So after the PO, whenever you are paying to the finance people, so it will go. Okay. Session on 3 o'clock call this one. Okay. Father garu session on 3:15 call 3:15 call this one. Right. So here terms of payment. So terms of payment is a cash discounts. So we need to. So once you will maintain, it will come here. So this already I have shown you. So previously, just to go through the initial records. Okay. So terms of payment, and again we go to Incoterms also we discussed here. What is Incoterms? International Chamber of Commerce is a guidelines between vendor and company. Okay. So what is the Incoterms here? What are the Incoterms we maintained here? So the guidelines between vendor and company. So this Incoterms based on Incoterms whether I need to pay freight charges or not, delivery charges. So the same thing in Incoterms also if you maintain the vendor master. So when you are creating PO with this vendor, Incoterms will be updated, and as per this Incoterms, okay, your both vendor and company will discuss with each other. So we need to pay whether I need to pay the delivery charges or not, or without any delivery charges I am receiving the material from the vendor, or from where I need to pay the delivery charges. Whether suddenly material is damaged, who has to pay? So all about the Incoterms. This is also we discussed in the previous sessions. Okay. And text also in vendor master it is not required. So here define text for central text here. here you can see two types of text will be there. Okay. If you mention any information, so from master data, the text will be adapted to your purchasing documents. From purchasing document to it will go to the vendors also. So in vendor master, we have two types of text will be there. Okay. So once you go to the vendor master, so if I mentioned any here, so again we have some text tab will be there. So where you will see this text tab here, go to here from extras, you can go to text tab. Okay. So these are two types of text will be there: purchase memo and purchase order text. So where you will define this text here, the text will be defined in the backend system, purchase memo and account memo. So this text should be copied. Okay, this text will be copied to define text for the purchasing text. So this text need to be copied. This is about completely vendor master. This is not required for us here. So this is about completely vendor master customization. Compared to metal master, vendor master is only limited customization. But please tell me what are the master data we observed. So here metal master, vendor master. Apart from this, we have purchase info record, another master data. Purchase info record. Next master data is a source list here. Okay. And another master data condition records. We have already discussed the condition record. Pricing process is completed. Pricing process is completed. Service master is completed, and batch master is also completed. Okay. So only these two customization, purchase info record and source list. So this is also, it will not take much time here. Only some 5 to 10 minutes here. See where we will see the purchasing customization of the info record in the same navigation bar. See, once again you come to here, go to SPRO, SAP reference IMG. Now come to here, the materials management. In materials management, you will go to the purchasing. So you will not find the last technical info record. Only you will find in materials management, in purchasing. In purchasing, you will find purchase info. Okay. Purchase info record customization is very limited, and source list also. Purchase info record also it is remains same. How to define the number in this? It is already I shown you when metal master number ranges, right? The same way info record number ranges also. We need to define the number ranges here. So number ranges like metal master, just you recall. So what we did, we created a groups, right? So in this group, this is the group name. In this group, what is the here? Suppose now against the group, if I what are the number range is defined from internal and external, system is going to pick here. Okay, so this is what actually same like a metal master. So you can maintain the number ranges. So here we have two groups is there. The two groups against the I maintain the number ranges. So whenever the user is creating the purchase info record internally or externally, so when you are uploading, the system is going to pick one by one. So this is the number ranges for the info record, and also screen layout here. The screen layout is also very easy, right? Screen layout means so now particular field you want required. So if at the time of creation mode here, so it is a creation mode here. Okay. What is the screen layout? A particular field, only few fields here. Metal master, we have so many fields will be there. If I go to GRI control, I want to make required option here. The metal master, we have a lot of fields. Vendor masters and info record only some few fields. Okay. So this is about the field selection. A particular field you want to make required entry or option entry display, you can able to control your field selection. Okay. So this is what we will discuss here. And coming to the text for the purchasing info. Okay. So in info record also it is most important. If you maintain any text here, the text will be copied here. So this is also most important here. Okay. Now I'll do one thing here. So I'll show you practically. So what is the importance of the text here? Okay. Now instantly I'll create a new material for you. Go to MM0. You know how to create a material, right? So go to enter the material code here. Create a material. What is my material code here? 1562. So create one material and some basic of method, some material group, the purchase group, and the validation class and some. Okay. Now, what is the material I created? 1592. So with this 1592, so what I will do, I'll create an info record in M11. Okay. So with 1000 vendor. So what is my plant here? My plant is 1000 plant here. Okay. So this 1000 plant, 1000 calculation. I'm creating standard info record. Now create info record here. Enter the quantity, quantity. I can see the price I am going to mention, but I am bothered about the text here. Okay. So here info record note, something I will enter here. Okay. So test for test here. Something. Okay. So some ABCD you can enter here. Okay, so here, if you click on save, test for test here, you created info. Okay, this material vendor combination. Okay, so 1000 material 1592 material. Okay, so here go to ME21. I'm creating PO. Which vendor I need to mention? 1000 vendor, right? So what is my purchasing organization, purchase group, and enter the company code and enter your material code 1592 for the quantity, for the plant, for the store location. Yes. Okay. Now you go to text tab here. Text will be copied or not? From where the text will be copied? Info record note. So which means, so here you are going to mention the text here, the text for the purchasing info record. So we have two types of text will be there. We have two types of text here. Okay. So what kind of text here? Define text here. So we have two types of text here. Text is always for cost plan here. Info record note and purchase order text. Means previously what I did here, I come to here. Now what is my info record here? This is my info record. In the info record, if I mention text here, in info record I mention the text here, info record note. This will be copied to further purchase document. So why it is copied? Because here I mention the text here, and how it is going to copy? If you go and copy the text here, so this info record note with this, if you take linkage, so if it is blank, okay, if it is blank, automatically text will be added. So only blank means text automatically added. Star means user, again you need to enter text here. If I mention n, text cannot. So you do some changes. The customization only I will show the navigation bar. You need to do R&D in the customization. So this is about info record customization. We need to observe the info record customization. If I go to info record customization, go to info record customization. So your inspection category is not required. Define price history also it is remains same here. So when you are creating PO with the same material vendor combination, here now if I come to info record, okay, if I come to the info record, in environment we have some order price history will be there. So whenever you are procuring and all, for this material vendor combination we have not procured number of times here. Now please observe. So whenever you are creating, like go to ME12, okay, ME12. So this time my material is independent material. So with this, come to here, remove the info record. With this info record, go to environment, order price history. So go to order price history. See here, when you, so the purchase order price history need to be updated. Means in backend system you need to maintain. Backend system, if you maintain, you will update it. Yeah. So this is what we need to understand. And coming to source list also, already in initial class itself we discussed whether I need to activate the source list plant or not. So generally we will not activate it. So with this we complete the complete master data. Now the next session means tomorrow session we'll step into the transaction data customization. Okay. Transaction customization is so easy. So the transaction data customization, like what is the transaction data customization? Like a purchase info record. Okay. So means purchase equation, purchase order. So all this transaction data customization is into March. Okay. Yashasvi and Lakshmi.
Yes, Rajesh.
Yes, okay.
Okay. Thank you, Yashasvi. Shravan Kumar and Kiran, please join once again. Shravan and Kiran Kumar, once again, please join.
Yes, sir.